Hey everyone, I thought I'd shoot this video to go over some interesting things in terms of scale for one, but also just kind of to showcase these two packs I picked up today. As you can see, these are from the Saga line from a number of years back, and I think they put out another one of these. I don't remember if it was the Saga line, but they had a set of skiff guards. Um, these I didn't bother with when they came out, mainly for the fact that all the figures that came in them are repacks, and wasn't about to, pay the price just to get some extra little things. However, I do like accessories, and I found these at a show today, and they were a good price, so I picked them up. The figures, for the most part, I'm gonna sell off or just use for customs or whatever. But I mainly bought it for the accessories. First one we have here is a Bounty Hunter set, and the thing that's really unique about this is the speeder bike. It's Aura Singh's speeder bike, where it has kind of a skull on the front. I don't have the swoop from Shadows of the Empire set, but I believe that this is using that mold, and they just changed a few things, like adding the skull to it. I'm kind of a sucker for speeder bikes and things like that, so picked that up. The other one is this Imperial set, and this is actually a really cool set because of all the accessories it comes with. Comes with a rifle rack that came with this Stormtrooper single carded at some point, comes with a mouse droid, comes with an E-Web, and comes with an interrogator droid. Now, the interesting thing about this is the E-Web came with a Snowtrooper. It was a deluxe set. And as I said, the rifle rack came with the Stormtrooper before. The one unique thing about this is the interrogator droid. This particular mold, as far as I know, is only available in this set. And I have here one that came with a Darth Vader figure that was single carded. I believe it might have been the Power of the Force 2 line. But if you look at them, you can see that they are definitely different. The paint job's different, but the mold is completely different. I have another one that's opened here, so you can tell the difference in size. And the paint job on the small one is actually considerably better. This is really bland, and they just kind of did a poor job on it. But going back to what I was talking about before in terms of scale, this is actually a lot closer to the correct scale for the interrogator droid. And the reason I know that is the top dome of the interrogator droid was an R2-D2 dome. So I have one here. If you do a comparison, you can see that this mold is actually closer to the correct size. With the droids, there's a lot of scaling issues where you kind of think you know how big something is based on how you see it in the film, but you don't realize the size. Like, to me, this size for the interrogator droid looked like that would be correct, and it wasn't until I did further research, mainly because I built a full-size one, that I realized just how big that really is. Another droid, this one came with a Jawa, and I don't remember what line it was, but this also utilized an R2-D2 dome for the screen-used prop. And so if you look here, this droid is not correctly scaled either. That's not correctly scaled. And then I'll bring you to the mouse droid. This is the one that's included in that set. And this is actually probably closer to what the real scale of a mouse droid should be. They always looked rather small on screen, but they are actually almost 2 feet long. They're a lot bigger than what they really look on screen. And once again, I know that because I built a full-size one. To do a comparison, here's the mouse droid that came with the Tarkin figure in the vintage collection, and you can see it is actually considerably smaller. Even though it has a little bit better detail, actually has rolling wheels and everything. Really nice droid, but I don't know if it's just because they wanted to have it as a pack-in that they decided to make it smaller when they already had a mold. Don't know. And then here is the mouse droid that comes with the Force Awakens, or I'm sorry, the Last Jedi version of General Hux. And I thought that this was a different color, but the same mold as this. But it is actually slightly smaller yet. And to me, that's just baffling that they would waste tooling money to make another mold for something that is, almost the same size. But anyway, I thought some people might find that interesting as far as scales on these droids go. Like I said, most of them aren't really correctly scaled to the figures. Another thing that is scaled incorrectly is the E-web. Once again, it's something that I built full scale, so in my research I realized that it's not quite as big, compared to a person as this is compared to a figure. This is a little bit on the bigger side. It's also not all that accurate. There's a lot of inaccuracies here, so I'm not exactly sure what reference material Hasbro was using when they designed that E-web. But yeah, definitely not accurate. And also, this little part here on the side, those little wings on either side, are upside down. They're supposed to be the other way. Actually, I'm not sure. I know they're slightly the wrong shape, though. They're supposed to have curves on. But anyway, if you come across one of these sets, it's pretty cool if you can get it for a good price, just, for the neat little accessories you get. So, just thought I'd give that little overview. Later.